This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. In our national COVID-19 update, the Ministry of Health and Wellness releasing 2 COVID-19 reports today. Updates number 557 and 558 with figures for Monday, October 4th and Tuesday, October 5th, respectively. And in those reports, a combined total of 23 deaths were reported. 4 of them were deaths previously under investigation, but are now being reclassified as COVID-19 related deaths. On Monday, health officials say there were 17 unfortunate deaths, 2 that were previously under investigation, and on Tuesday, 6 unfortunate deaths, 2 previously under investigation. Now, all but 2 of those deaths reported were residents of New Providence, including 12 males and 9 females, ranging in age from 34 to 83 years old. The remaining deaths include a 67-year-old male of Andros and a 63-year-old female of Mayaguana. All deaths occurring between August 10th and October 2nd. Total COVID-19 deaths now at 582. 60 deaths remain under investigation, while 120 deaths that occurred are non-COVID-19 related. As for new infections, a total of 96 cases have been confirmed over the 2 days. 69 additional cases on New Providence, 2 with a history of travel, 11 on Grand Bahama, 1 case with a history of travel, 8 on Abaco, 4 on Eleuthera, 2 on Cat Island, and 1 case each on Exuma and Long Island. Total cases in country now at 21,458. Total active cases at 1,314, 141 of them in hospital, 125 moderately ill, 16 in intensive care. A total of 200 people recovered from the virus over the past 2 days. Total recoveries now at 19,382. Officers from the Criminal Investigations Department is investigating yet another homicide here in the capital, this time in the Kemp Road area. Police tell us that the incident took place shortly before 9 o'clock last evening. We understand that 1 man is dead, a female minor is shot and injured. We're also told that the victims are believed to be related. That's a father, mother, and daughter. Officers told reporters on the scene that they were notified by Shot Spotter Technology. Here's Police Press Liaison Officer Assistant Superintendent of Police, Audley Peters.
On arrival of the first responders, they met a silver vehicle with 3 occupants within that vehicle, 2 of whom were suffering from gunshot wounds. The occupants include an adult male, an adult female, and a juvenile female. The adult male, who was in the driver's seat, succumbed to his injuries on scene following the examination of the emergency medical personnel. The juvenile female, who suffered injuries in her abdomen, was transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where her condition is not known at this time.
The deceased male is believed to be in his mid-30s, while the female is believed to be in her late 30s. The minor is in her teens.
We do not have the fact as to whether they were followed or not. What we do know is that initial investigations indicate that a lone gunman approached the vehicle as it was parked outside of a business establishment and discharged several shots into the vehicle, injuring the front driver, the driver who was in the driver's seat, and a passenger who was in the rear seat. And those persons were transported to the female was transported to the hospital, and the male succumbed to his injuries.
ASP Peters told reporters that investigators are looking at all possible avenues to come to some conclusion as to what took place. However, he gave praise to the use of technology within the police force to help fight crime.
Now look forward to the additional technology that is to be coming on stream soon, and that would be additional CCTVs in our communities to work in tandem with the spot shooters and the other drones that will be coming on board soon. So with technology, the assistance of members of the public giving us the information, and again, it may sound like a Scotch record, individuals who are aware of persons in possession of firearms should report them to their police department or someone they trust, so that we can get these firearms off the street and minimize or mitigate the homicides that are occurring in our community.
Police are appealing to members of the public to assist them with any information they have. Meantime, in the afternoon daily police report, officers are investigating the country's latest homicide that resulted in the death of a juvenile male. Now, according to police, sometime shortly after 9 o'clock last night, police were informed of a shooting incident that took place on Cowpen Road. Upon officers' arrival, they found a male suffering from wounds that were consistent with gunshot wounds. Investigators noted, based on their initial investigations, that the deceased was standing in front of his residence when a male clothed in dark-colored clothing approached him, and then the suspect discharged a firearm in his direction, hitting him several times about the body before fleeing the scene on foot. The victim was transported to the hospital via ambulance, where he later succumbed to his injuries. National Security Minister and Member of Parliament for Freetown Wayne Munro calling upon young men who are involved in criminal activity to abandon their career choices and take advantage of opportunities that are given to them. The minister made this plea with media last night on the scene of the country's last homicide on Kemp Road.
Our job as the community, as the village, must be to seek to raise people who make their job easier by not becoming a part of the system. I would say to young men, and I've encountered a lot of them over my 31 years of practice, if this is what your career choice is, it makes no sense. It leads nowhere. If you look at the statistics, your life expectancy is not very long. And so I am encouraging you, I am begging you to stop this nonsense, to get off this path of destruction.
The Freetown MP sharing with reporters that he met with the deceased family while he was on the campaign trail.
I recall him as being respectful. I recall him as not being overly aggressive, as some people are during that time. And it was, I think I met him twice in total because I canvassed the area twice. But I cannot say that I knew him intimately.
Minister Munro reiterated his charge to the Bahamian Society and the role in which it plays in anti-crime efforts. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.